in 3, 2, 1. Hey, yo, welcome to the next episode of the Hustle Radio Show. I am James Chapman, your host, and of course, I got my people in the building with me today. What's up, Tanisha?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, and of course, I got my ace in the building with me as well. KJ, what's going on, Kevin?
What's going on? What's good?
Man, ain't that much. We're just going to try to get the people some knowledge today, some things that they can use. I'm really excited about today's show because we're talking about something that everybody faces. Is one of those type of hurdles, and that is rejection. What do you do when you get rejected? When you come into this race, as I talked about before, there's gonna be some hurdles, and sometimes you're gonna hit one of those hurdles. And so, what happens after that? Do you decide to just start over and pick yourself up, or do you decide to quit? We don't want you guys to quit. We want you guys to persevere and keep going because rejection is a part of the plan. But before we get too much into this topic, I'm going to go ahead and toss it to my man KJ with the quote of the day. What's up, KJ?
What's going on, man? We're talking about rejection this week, so I wanted to kind of go to one of the books that I'm reading currently at the moment. It's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
I read it before. I like to go back and reread the books that I read. Just kind of, if I miss something,
it's refreshing. I want to check that out. You're about to get that from me.
Yeah, and so in the book here, there's a quote I think is really cool, man. It's we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. And so continuing to repeat that habit or repeat what you're doing, I think it becomes a habit at that point. It's not something that's an act, pretty much. And it's not an act if you're repeatedly doing it all the time. So if you're sticking to your schedule, you're getting up at 6 in the morning, you're going to the gym, or you got a schedule that you follow every day. It becomes a habit. It's not an act. It's not something you're just doing at the moment. So
because it's easy to do it once.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So and then it kind of correlates with the topic a little bit. I think because when you get rejected, sometimes you kind of get off of what you're doing. You start to get away from that habit. You get away because you got rejected. So sometimes your confidence is a little low, or you don't know. You kind of like you said, refresh or regroup, and you just kind of lose confidence. Period. So I think that quote, it resonated with me this time because if you continue to keep that habit, whenever you get rejected, it's not going to matter. You're going to keep moving forward.
That's right. I love it. And then that is, and then like in turn, if you always quit, then that's going to be a habit as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you respond to rejection can be a habit. Are you one of those people who, no matter what, you continue to just get back up, and dust yourself off and keep going? Or do you quit very easily? When things are going good, you good.
Yeah.
But when something hits you and it go wrong, are you one of those types of people that quit? And if you are, that's okay. But you just have to realize that about yourself and say, you know what, I'm gonna change that, and I'm gonna make it a habit that no matter what, I'm gonna just keep going and keep trying to ride that thing out. So I love that. That's really dope. And so I was checking out our social media, the Hustle Radio. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All of our handles are the same. It's at The Hustle Radio. Be sure to check out our last It's Lit by the one and only Tanisha Irvin. Hers was really dope. Tanisha, talk about your last. Talk about your last It's Lit for.
It's a topic that's really, really dear to my heart and something that I go through basically on a weekly, sometimes daily basis in sales. If you've ever been in sales, it's definitely a roller coaster ride. There are ups and downs. And so rejection is something that you just have to learn how to embrace. So when someone says no, the hustler says next. Some people hear no and they stop. They give up. They have a pity party. But the hustler says, on to the next. And this is why rejection for some people is definitely like a downer. It makes them feel like they're unworthy, that they're not good enough, and it kind of makes them just kind of slow down and just it really throws them off course. But like what KJ was saying, you have to pick yourself back up, and here's why. And this is why you need to embrace rejection, and why I've come to love it, because your time is valuable. So when someone tells you no, they're not wasting your time anymore.
Right.
They're not stringing you along. You are free to get up and keep it moving, basically. So like, thank you, man. Thank you so much. It's not no. Thanks so much for letting me know that I'm not right
You're
for
not
you.
tied up.
I'm not tied up.
Yeah.
Thank you for not wasting my time. Now I can keep it moving. And number 2, a no brings you closer to someone else's yes, and that's so very important. Just think about it that way. That gives it a whole different spin to know that someone else's no just brings you that much closer to somebody else's yes, because someone is going to say yes. So appreciate that person's no, because you're just one step closer to somebody else's
step closer.
yes.
That's
yeah.
right.
And oftentimes it's a numbers game. Like, you got to keep asking, keep going, and sooner enough you're gonna get a yes. You're gonna get a yes out the situation.
I love that.
And then third, being rejected means that you're proactive. It means that you are moving, that you are taking action. You can't get rejected by sitting on your butt. You know, you can't be rejected if you're not doing anything. You can't get rejected from being lazy and procrastinating. So if you can't get rejected if you never try. So pat yourself on the back that you've tried and acknowledge that, hey, yeah, I got rejected, but I'm being proactive. I'm making moves. I'm not just sitting back and letting life happen. I'm actually being a go-getter and taking action and chasing after your dreams. So remember this. Rejection is the breakfast of hustlers. So dust yourself off, get back out there, and keep it moving, because it's not no, it's on to the next. And your next is going to be great. So believe in yourself and keep it moving is TMI's message for the day.
Man, it's lit. I love that. That was so dope. She gave y'all so much valuable information in that. And the one that stood out to me the most is that when you're getting rejected, that means you're being proactive. You know, sometimes you wonder, am I doing enough? You know what I mean? Like, because you don't know how hard the next person is working, but everybody's working behind closed doors. But if you're getting rejected, then you know that you're working. You know that you're taking those steps in the right direction. And newsflash, everybody's not going to see your vision. Everybody's not going to get that idea that you just think is phenomenal and you think is just going to change the game. It very well could, but not everybody's going to understand your idea. Not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to buy in. But like Tanisha said, somebody will. Yeah. Somebody is going to share that same vision with you, and you continuing to push forward and talk to different people about your idea or whatever your situation is, or trying to get that sale. That's putting you one step closer to you having that victory and receiving that yes. And it's going to be so worth it when you do.
Absolutely, and it just comes down to a mind shift. You need to shift the way that you're thinking. You know, stop looking at rejection as being something negative. It's something that is actually good for you. It's something that you can spin and use it, you know, for a positive. You know, so just don't get down in the dumps. You can mourn for about 5 minutes that you didn't get what you wanted, and then it's time to keep it moving.
You're right. Go ahead, KJ.
Well, no, I was gonna kind of piggyback off of that too. I'm a big believer in you get what you put into the universe. Get back in return, the law of attraction. So,
love it.
You know, I'm a big believer in that. So, you know, some of the most successful people have been rejected. You can't be successful if you haven't been rejected.
Oh yeah. What was it? Michael Jordan. He was rejected from his varsity team.
Yeah. He was cut. Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm gonna find some. Maybe after the break, I can find some people that have been rejected, so we can motivate some people to know it's all right.
That's right. Everybody, and the thing is, y'all. Rejection is not the end of the process. It's a part of the process. It's just a part of it. You're going to get rejected. You're going to get turned down. But when you give up, that's the end of the process. That's the end of the journey for you, is when you quit. It's not when somebody tells you no. All right, so we had a first half of the show. What I need to do now is take it to commercial break so we can pay our bills. This show always goes by so fast because we really love what we're doing. So I tell you guys what, after commercial break, we're going to get into some of our personal stories with the Hustle Radio crew of Rejection, and we'll dig into some of those and talk about how it made us feel and how we persevered to overcome those things. And hopefully you guys can relate to some of those stories. So be sure not to go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of the Hustle Radio Show. Welcome back to the Hustle Radio Show. Hey, if you guys are interested in being a sponsor and promoting your business with the Hustle Radio Show, all you got to do is reach out to us, man. Shoot us an email at thehustleradioshow@gmail.com. One of our crew will definitely hit you back so we can get you set up for that. We always love talking about our different businesses and things of that nature. Or if you have a topic, you can shoot us an email as well, or go to some of our social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and we are at The Hustle Radio on all 3 of those platforms. and be on the lookout for our podcast that's going to be airing on iTunes later this week. So be on the lookout for that. If you just tuned in, man, we've been talking about rejection, which is one of the hard things that nobody wants to get rejected. No matter if it's from a business deal, a sale, or even from a girl. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to feel rejected. But what do you do after rejection? And we want to talk about persevering. And so I just want to get into some of our own personal stories just a little bit, and some of the other stories of well-known people that's been out there. I know that me personally, I've been rejected a number of times. Right now, I'll give you a personal story. Right now, I'm trying to raise some money for my business so that we can grow it out and it can be as great as I envision it to be. But I have not yet received that funding, and I've been told no. I've been ignored. I've had people tell me that they're not interested, and for the life of me, because it's my baby, I can't understand why. I'm like, this is a great idea. This is something that's going to help me. It's going to help my family. It's going to help, my customers. It's going to help everybody. Like, wow, why can't I get an investor for this? I don't understand what the problem is, but you know what? I'm not going to stop because it's just a part of the process. And so what I've done to kind of help me deal with rejection, because again, no matter how confident the individual, nobody wants to be rejected. What I've been doing is I've been talking with other people who have raised money, who have already established businesses that's gone out and received investment and that kind of stuff. You know what they've been telling me? That it's just hard. That none of them got told yes the first time, and all of them got multiple no's. And we're like, dude, you better be in this thing for the long haul because you're going to get a whole bunch of no's. And they have great multi-million-dollar businesses and things of that nature. So I think back to myself, if they got told no, then what makes me so special?
That's right.
Why do I think that if I want to be in the same position as them or even further than them, what makes me so special that I don't get to be rejected if they got rejected? You know what I'm saying? And so it's just a part of the process. Don't look at it as something that's woe is me. No, look at it as like, all right, I'm getting another step closer. And when you get rejected, just a piece of advice, and I'm gonna throw it to the Hustle Radio crew because they've got some things that they would like to share as well. When you get rejected, ask those people why. Say, hey, that's great. Okay, not for you. Totally understand. You mind telling me why? What kind of influenced your decision to go no? You know what? Because you can use that feedback and tweak it and tweak your idea, tweak whatever concept that you've been pitching to people, and really listen to those people because that's a part of the process as well. If you just get told no and say okay, whatever, and go away, well, there may be a reason that you're getting told no. If there may be a common denominator in there. So find that whatever that common denominator is. Really listen to the feedback that people give you. Go back and tweak it, and then pick yourself up, dust off, and go back out there again. All right? Cool.
All right.
Tanisha, did you have something that you shared something?
I was just going to say that that rejection has definitely built my rejection muscles.
Explain that, rejection muscles.
Okay, so the more you reject it, the stronger you are, the better you handle the next rejection. You hopefully won't fall as hard the next time because, a lot of people say this all the time, but what's for you is for you. Okay. There's an investor out there for you. There's a grant out there for you. Yeah. There's a perfect job out there for you. Yeah. So when you don't get the one that you're trying to get, it's okay. But in the moment, it's hard to do that.
Absolutely.
But you have to build your rejection muscles. I mean, I've been rejected numerous times, throughout my career and throughout my life, mainly just trying to climb that corporate ladder. It's so hard to try to get a job that's something that you enjoy doing, that's paying you the money that you want to make. And I remember setting myself up, and I was like, dang, I just know I got it. I'm going to get this position as mine. Like, I could taste it.
You claimed it.
Yeah, I claimed it. I was like, the church folks, you better claim it. And I claimed it. I was like envisioning myself doing the positive universe stuff. I was like, I'm visualizing.
You was in the mirror with the clothes on. You was going to wear to work that day. You was like, yeah, this mine right here.
Right. And guess what? It was not for me. I was rejected. And you know what? You have to build those muscles because you know what I was like, thank you. Because what? My time was not wasted, and guess what? I'm not for you, but somebody else is gonna love me and they're gonna value what I can bring to the table. So it's cool. So just be encouraged with that. And I also wanted to share a story about Herschel Walker.
Okay.
He was somebody that had to deal with rejection a lot. He grew up bullied because he was overweight, and he used that rejection to fuel himself and to start doing push-ups and sit-ups every single day. starting at about 12 years old. And before he knew it, this guy was doing 5,000, yes, 5,000 push-ups and 5,000 sit-ups each day.
That's
He
crazy.
became an unstoppable machine and had the greatest 3-year statistics of any running back in the history of college football. And just like Herschel, your girl has the meanest interviewing skills ever because I've been rejected and I know how to say, okay, well, why, any feedback for me? What was it? And so now I can prepare myself for that. And if it was just I bumped on a question, I know, okay, I totally blew that question, but you know what? This next interview, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to really kill it.
Now, when they hit me with that question, oh man, I'm going, it's going to be over with because I'm ready now.
Back to, it's not either a lesson or a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So you can learn from that, what you messed up on, and just say, okay, it won't happen again.
That's right,
I'm going to learn.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Rejection is a good teacher for you. You'll never get that experience, like you were saying. You never get those muscle build up if you didn't go through that experience.
That's
Somebody
right.
telling you, nah, well, no, we don't need you, or no, we don't have any space for you, anything like that.
Yeah.
I have a story too, man. Of course, if you know me, you know I've done events coming up in the city.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always get the venue we want, and you know why? We don't always get the venue we want. We may not have the money. We may not know the right people. Yeah. And so it's just about getting those right circles. So I've been told on numerous occasions. I have big ideas I like to bring to the city, and it's venues are not just openly giving you their space. Yeah. And so for me, it's not stopping me. I still have big dreams to bring stuff to the city for the city because I think the city needs some good entertainment. But those doors are not just, hey, come on in. They're not just welcoming you right now. So it's a couple success stories as well that I have to talk about as well. A lot of people ain't know Starbucks. Yep. Okay, now with Starbucks, the owner of Starbucks, if he given up, it won't be no Starbucks. It says Howard Schultz gave up after being turned down by banks 242 times, there would be no Starbucks.
242 times. Yes. This man wanted to sell some coffee. He was like, you know what? My coffee is going to blow. I'm about to change the coffee game. And 242 people said, no, you're not. Yeah. They told him no. But 243, that number 243 is his life. I would get 243 tattooed in my arm, dude.
243. But what if he had given up at the first rejection? At the second, he could have gave up at the 100th, but he was persistent. So
or 241. What if he would have gave? You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know what? It's just not for me. And my fear is people do that all the time, y'all.
They be right there.
People do that.
They be right there,
and they'll change course.
Yep.
It's crazy, man.
You know what? I don't even drink Starbucks coffee. I don't even drink, but I know the brand, and I know that they're a real recognized brand. I know that everybody do, and so like the moral of that story is if you believe enough in what you're doing, you're gonna push forward. Now, if you don't believe in it, it's gonna be easy for you to quit. It's gonna be really, really easy for you to give up because you don't believe in it yourself, and so. Part of fueling that rejection and preparation, or like Tanisha said, I think was a great strengthening those rejection muscles. Part of that is you got to believe it. Remember, she said she was looking in the mirror, she was trying to go. She could visualize it. She believed so much that it was going to happen that it didn't matter how many times she got told no because she was ready for it. She was going to be prepared because she believed in it that much. Same thing with the owner of Starbucks. He believed in it that much that he could have got told no 350 times, and he would still been pushing forward, trying to find a way to get it done. All right, so I know we're having some great conversation, but we got to go to commercial break real quick. Got to pay some bills. Shout out to all of our sponsors. Don't go nowhere because when we get back, we're going to tell you guys how to continue to persevere even though you may deal with rejection. The Hustle Radio Show. All right, welcome back to the Hustle Radio Show. Again, shout out to all of our sponsors. We couldn't have this show without them. Huge shout out to all of our sponsors. And if you're interested in being a sponsor, just shoot us an email at thehustleradioshow@gmail.com. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If y'all want to see Tanisha's It's Lit, I'll be bragging on Tanisha all the time because she's killing us in the social media game. If y'all want to check out all of our super duper dope, if y'all want to check out all of our social media posts, we try to post something at least every day. Just follow us, man. It's at The Hustle Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So we're talking about rejection, all right? And we've given y'all some personal stories of rejection. And we've given y'all some stories of other people who've been rejected, some really famous and successful people. But as always, we want to help you guys overcome overcome rejection and overcome any hurdle that we talk about. And so Tanisha sent me during the break, she sent me something from Jay-Z. It's called 17 Secrets to Jay-Z's Entrepreneurial Success. And so I'm just going to share just a few of those with you guys because I feel like they directly correlate with rejection. And the first one is, and I love this, anybody who knows me knows that this is my bread and butter, this is my go-to. The number one thing to do is hustle. Once you get knocked down, get back up and keep going. You gotta go. You gotta go. And if you're hustling, you're gonna get rejected. Get rejected. Those two things go hand in hand. But you have got to put forth the effort and put forth the hustle and pour all of your energy and effort into that thing that you believe in. And this is me talking to myself even on this one because I'm not even gonna lie. After getting rejected so many times with the business, it's like it takes a little bit out of you every time. It takes a little bit out. I ain't gonna sit here and try to make it seem like this stuff is easy. It takes a little bit out of you every time, and then you start to do some self-reflecting. Like, should I even be doing this? Like, is this just a dumb idea? Like, if everybody's telling me no, then you know what I mean. Like, is this something I shouldn't even believe in? Keep going. You gotta keep hustling. Hustle hard and hustle smart. The second thing that Jay-Z talked about with his tips is don't wait until you have everything you need. A lot of times people, they want to sit there and try to make sure everything's perfect. You know what I mean? So, but because they're afraid of rejection. We talk about fear a lot of times. Some people are afraid of rejection, so they're like, you know what? I'm going to make sure. They're so afraid that they're like, I'm going to make sure that everything is perfect so I don't get rejected. If everything is so perfect, there's no way.
Well, I'm not even going to put myself out there to be rejected.
Right.
I'm just going to be safe.
Right. But you're right. And that's the thing. Like, embrace it. Well, that's the other thing that I want to get across to you guys is just go ahead and embrace the rejection. It's gonna happen. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to figure out ways that you can beat the system or cheat the system. Rejection is gonna happen. And the last thing that I just want to share with you, people help people who help themselves. People help people who help themselves. And so if you're going out and you're pitching these business ideas and all that kind of thing, you got to have some stake in the game. They're not going to help you if they see that you're not investing in yourself with your time and with your money and with your energy. Why should I help you if you haven't been helping yourself? If I see you're out there hustling, then I'm going to help you. That's a way to avoid rejection, to just start helping yourself. You ain't going to reject yourself. You're going to do, you know what I'm saying? And so if you start doing that, then somebody else is going to see, you know what? He really believes in this. He really has a vision, and he's out here hustling and getting it. I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna fit or her. I'm gonna figure out a way to help him or her. KJ, you have something you want to add?
Well, I was just gonna say you gotta demand respect, man. This is a game where you really gotta demand respect. And you gotta keep your eye on the prize because it's gonna get tough. It's gonna get hard. Rejection is just one of those things that's part of life.
Yeah.
It's one of those part of life situations, man. And you know, when you demand that respect from people, you know, they see you out here consistently. You know, they see you out here just hustling all the time. They see you. You know, they see you. They get their respect from you. You always come correct to them. You always have a business card. And you always on point every time you talk to them. You demand their respect. Now they have no choice but to speak to you when they see you.
Don't have no choice.
Yeah, because you put yourself out there. You know, and keep your eye on the prize.
That's right. And you know something else that helps with rejection? Confidence, right? But the only way, okay, James, how do you build up confidence? Well, you can have small wins. Because no matter what, every time you get a win, you get a little bit more confident. You're like, you know what? I ain't too bad. But you got to create small victories for yourself. Sometimes you're not ready to pitch for $500 million or whatever, or $2.5 million that you're going to need to get in front of. Maybe you need a small win. Maybe you need to say, all right, you know what? Instead, I know I need $1 million in investment money. But you know what? I'm going to see if I can get $100,000. I'm gonna get a small win under my belt. I'm gonna see if I can get $100,000, just something to start with, and that's gonna boost my confidence. And just continue to build upon that. You know, Tanisha talked about how hard it is to move up in the corporate world. Okay, yeah, your goal may be to be the president or the CEO, but instead of applying for that job, you know what I mean, just right out of the gate, maybe you apply for a job that's gonna position you to get into that job one day. And so you gain confidence. You get smaller. And so the more confidence that you build up in yourself and the more small wins that you add, the more you're going to be ready for when rejection does come and be able to handle that rejection because you're confident. You're not going to quit because you believe in yourself that much more. But you got to get some small victories under your belt.
That's good. And, you know, this kind of just goes full circle with one of the first quotes we shared in 2016, which one of my favorite quotes right now, the Denzel Washington quote about goals on the road to achievement cannot be achieved without discipline and consistency.
Right.
And you can't deal with rejection without discipline and consistency because
that.
you have to have the discipline to know, okay, I got to get myself back out there. And you have to be consistent because even the person that said no to you 100 times, they don't respect the hustle on 101.
That's right.
If they said, you know what, this cat is still going, he or she is still motivated, and they can't help but respect that. So just make sure that you have the discipline to get back up and make sure that you're consistent.
That's right. That's right.
Because that speaks volumes.
Because they gon' respect the hustle. All right. So, that's all the time that we have for today. Really enjoyed talking about this. Y'all are gonna get rejected this week, and that's okay. I want y'all to know that that's okay. I'm not gonna
thank
sugarcoat
them
things.
for rejecting you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you for rejecting me. And again, ask them why did you get rejected. And you know what? What I really want y'all to do is once you get rejected, keep going. The motto for our show is start doing, keep going. Not start doing and then quit once you get rejected. Start doing, keep going because you're going to get rejected. You're going to get rejected this week, maybe next week, and maybe the week after that. But regardless, I want y'all to keep going. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. Find people who are successful and has overcome those hurdles that you're trying to overcome. Get some information from them. Build up your confidence. Get some small wins. And build up those rejection muscles so that you can be prepared for those hurdles as they're going to continue to hit you as you try to reach your destinies and fulfill those destinies. All right? So be sure to follow us again on all of our social media outlets, The Hustle Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And email us if you want to become a sponsor for the show. We'll shout your business out for sure at thehustleradioshow@gmail.com. That's all we got for today, and we out. Peace. That was dope.
That was for sure.
Yeah, that was good. For sure. I feel like we be killing it when we don't have no guests. We don't even need no guests. What guests?